Hey there! Do you deliver cakes? Or other edible creations to your customers? Be it a small party or large function? If so, I'm going to ask you a question. Does the mere thought of it cause you to get anxious? Or perhaps lose sleep wondering how you're going to deliver it in one piece? If that's a yes, well, keep watching. Because after delivering literally thousands of wedding cakes and fruit arrangements in my time, I'm going to show you the easiest and cheapest method of how to deliver it safely. In the process, you'll see how you can avoid losing money and making sure it stays in your own hands. Now, before I start, I should point out that with so many variables to consider, it's impossible for me to cover every aspect and scenario of what could happen and how to avoid a disaster. But rather than focusing too much on the negatives, instead, let's try channeling your energy towards being solution-focused, and learn how to overcome these barriers. Okay, here we go. The first important rule: don't rush. Working in haste can have its benefits, but when it comes to delivering your centerpiece, this is when the chance of an accident is most likely going to happen. And, odds are, by the time you're making the delivery, you won't have a lot of time left to try and fix what is broken. So, you should always be mindful that hours upon hours of your hard work can very easily be ruined in a matter of seconds. And it goes without saying that this is one of the reasons why a lot of decorators get a bit dismayed at this point of time. Especially when you consider the consequences. For example, having to deal with an upset bride, not to mention an angry bride's mother. Then you might have to contemplate compensation, or possibly even a refund. This alone should be enough incentive for you to, well, putting it bluntly, not screw it up. The best way to avoid all this? Follow rule number 2. Stay calm. This might sound easier said than done, but by having a good plan in place, it will help you to relax and focus. When you're relaxed and focused, it helps you to be in control of what you're doing. When you're in control and know what you're doing, guess what happens next? It makes you look professional. This leads us into rule number 3. Planning ahead. Whether you have just one delivery or a number of deliveries on the same day, map out exactly how you want things to roll, and allow for every scenario. For example, is there likely to be traffic lights, speed humps or traffic jams en route to your destination? When you arrive at the venue, will there be stairs? Is there a place for your cake or centerpiece to go? How long after the delivery will the party start and the guests arrive? If you find yourself running a bit late, what's your plan? If something happens, be it minor or major, how will you recover? No matter what the circumstance, you should have an answer. By planning ahead, it will help you stay on top of things from the start. And then, over time your confidence should continue to grow as you have a better understanding of what and what not to do. Rule number 4. Get someone to drive. There's a number of ways you can make the delivery by yourself, but trust me, generally the safest way is for you to nurse the cake while someone else drives. This way, when you hit a pothole, speed hump, have sudden braking, swerving, or anything else that can present a danger, you have full control of the cake and can keep it stable. And now lastly, rule number 5. Take all necessary precautions. If you're not able to get someone to drive, or, in circumstances where your creation can be separated, such as a tiered cake, in most cases this'll be okay for you to put in the back of the car or on the floor in front of the passenger seat. If you do this, I highly recommend using non-slip matting under the base. If you're transporting an arrangement that's unstable and unlikely to stay upright for any reason, I recommend using clean props such as a rolled-up towel pressed around the base to support it. It's also very important that the surface underneath the cake is flat. Considerations should also be in place for creations that need to be kept cool, like fruit arrangements or cakes with buttercream or ganache. The car air should be cool inside, or alternatively, they can also be transported in a cooler or esky. If you have a tall cake, croquembouche or any unstable creation, then nursing it while someone else drives is an absolute must. Make sure you include this in your planning. And I don't recommend transporting your creation in a box, but if it's necessary for whatever reason, ensure the box is large enough so that the cake can be placed in, and removed, without damaging it. Okay, here's a quick recap of the rules so you don't forget. Rule number 1. Don't rush. Rule number 2. Stay calm. Rule number 3. Plan ahead. Rule number 4. Get someone to drive. And rule number 5. Take all necessary precautions. And there we have it. Simply by following the rules I've set out in this video, plus adding your own rules where necessary, you'll soon be on your way to making smooth deliveries, no matter how challenging they might be. And with some extra confidence that you're on the right path. As long as you keep trying, you'll keep getting better. And as you get better, you'll gain more confidence. You should know, just that on its own, is a great success, and something you should be really proud of. I'll take this opportunity to wish you luck. Thanks for watching. And make sure you hit the subscribe button below if you'd like to learn more.